Hi, welcome to week three's weekly roundup. I'm Brody Escalera, and I'm going to be just going through real quick where we're at, what we have to present today, and what we're going to be doing next week. So we've already done our low fidelity proto wireframes. We got those approved last week. This week we spent time going through our design comps, and that's what we're going to be showing you today. Next week we're going to be moving into the HTML and CSS, and basically the beginnings of the application, and we'll give you a progress report next Thursday. Like always, don't forget to go back to your proposal and sign off on the design comps if you like what you see today. Excuse me, go back to the tracker. We already have the wireframes from last week signed off, and we'll just move on down. And then there's going to be about there's going to be 3 weekly roundups before we have our next signed off, and that's going to be with our soft delivery of of some of the user profile stuff that's going to be incorporated into the application. Oops. All right, let's get into the design proposal. So, design proposal version 1. Here we've got our color palette of our branding from the Feel the Burn, from the proposal, and from the overview last week. You can kind of tell what the branding is going to be, and we continued with that theme. So we've got our major orange and contrasting colors up top. You have contrasting colors from a color wheel. At the bottom left, you have similar colors to our main orange color, and then we have a split, and it kind of shows you on the color wheel where those different colors are located. You'll be able to see those throughout the entire application. Typeface, we're using Helvetica Light. On the left, you can see the normal Helvetica and then the bold Helvetica. Certain sections where we will bold text is for different contrast for color, to make things stand out a little bit more to the user, and the different size fonts, as well as a texture that we're going to be using, which is a carbon fiber texture. Here are some of the buttons that we're using throughout the application. Actually, I should say here are all of the buttons that we're using throughout the application. So you shouldn't see anything that varies from this. There might be little variations on the same type of thing, like instead of settings, it may say another menu name, but it'll be the same type of button with the same type of functionality. And here are the compositions. Now we did compositions for the various screens throughout the application to show you all of the buttons in their states once. So we did leave out a few compositions, but that's because it was basically copy and paste for similar things like the user input forms and submit buttons. We figured you didn't need to see them 5 or 6 more times. So here we've got the splash screen, we've got our login screen, and then we've got our password recovery and our registration form to give you kind of a feel with the carbon fiber in the background. Moving on, we have our profile, our feed, our record, and our activity. So you can see that the colors are used throughout the application to maintain that brand and maintain the continuity. If there's anything specific that you don't like or you would like to see adjusted or changed, just let me know, and we can get our team on it and work on it. Bottom, moving on more into like the admin type of things, the editing. So we've got our settings pages, our subsettings, the different editing pages, and then we've also got a feed page here to kind of show you what the messaging within the app is going to look like. So if you like what you see, go ahead and sign. Let me know. Remember, go back into your proposal and excuse me, the overview proposal, and sign off the weekly, so that way we can keep track of where we are and move forward in this. Thank you. Again, thank you for the time. I hope you like what you